Wisdom, it's the awareness of the feminine power or the feminine principle that has been forgotten and it's within all of us. It's the actual understanding of the inner mechanism of our female nature. And to have this information, it's an opportunity for us to empower with our female nature instead of falling victim to it or fighting against it. The loss of this wisdom in our current society has brought a huge impact of imbalance and disharmony in our relations, in the relationship we have with society and with the earth itself. Without it, we are left just with an unstable foundation for our life. So we are living in a modern society where the calendar that is in place does not include the moon cycles or its importance in it. And as a society, we stopped celebrating rites of passage. When we used to celebrate rites of passage, we used to get information, insights, and clues from our elders, from our aunties, our grandmas, our ancestors, or even straight from nature about the new stages of life that we were about to transition in. So we would have good tools to journey through them. Since these are lost, we are left with no tradition, no structure that can support the understanding of our cyclical nature and a positive manner to use it. So we say that womb wisdom is just this. It's this guide that we are missing so we can use and remember how to use our cyclical nature in a positive manner. So we can impact our life and our community in a better way.
Beautiful. So can you explain a little bit more about the cycles? There's 4 of them and how they connect with the moon and the actual womb.
Absolutely. So this feminine principle, this feminine power that has been forgotten is present throughout the whole universe. It's also present on Mother Earth. Her inner mechanism is also cyclical. So Mother Earth has many cycles, but we're going to take the 4 seasons as a good example. So there's 4 main seasons where her energy levels shift tremendously, and they are needed for her well-being, for her harmony and her health. So these 4 seasons, we know them here on the surface as winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And these 4 seasons that the earth goes through to sustain herself and to sustain her well-being are also present in the female cycle. So it's just a different timing. The earth goes through these 4 seasons once a year, a full cycle, and the female, the woman, goes through them once a month, meaning that each 7 days, each week out of the 28-day cycle, we are transitioning through each of these seasons internally. It's the internal climate that happens. So let's begin. This is just a brief overview, but let's begin with winter and what happens to Mother Earth during winter. So first of all, her energy levels drop dramatically, so life can take a pause, so she can take a little breather. It's a way for her to allow everything to freeze and die so she can have the chance to be reborn. And in this process of stopping, purification happens. And she recharges her energy so she can go the whole year long. This is what happens in her winter. Naturally, all the animals and even us humans, if it's winter outside, we are meant to stay indoors, stay warm, hibernate, not too much activity, everything slows down. Winter would reflect in the female when we are menstruating, this week of menstruation. Even if we only bleed for 3 or 4 days, it's more or less 7 days that we are going to be under the same influence of this energy. So this week, we are also with very low physical energy. We are about, we say, 20%, yes? So I like to put the example of the phone. When the phone battery is dying and it's in red, we need to stop using it and plug it in. And this is the self-charging mechanism of this technology. Now, the technology that we have as females that happens during our menstruation because it's a self-charging mechanism that we have. And it will happen as long as we stop, as long as we slow down and take a pause. The same energy levels are reflected in our life. So we are at 20%, more or less, it's an estimate of our energy levels to do anything, to make a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. We're just 20%, so maybe we're just gonna go slower. Maybe something falls on the way. When we are in such a high demand all the time as a society, for everything to be 100% all the time, yes? As females, we are expected to hold high levels of energy all day long, be also beautiful and have the best answer and the best patience and deal with so much. that we are living on the side, our cyclical nature. Yes. So by again looking at what happens in winter outside, we can begin to do the same in our menstruation days. Yes. So it's recommended that we stop, that we slow down, that we let go of the expectative that we have to be 100% this week. It's a God-given break that we are given as women, and our blood has lost a lot of value. Yes, because our blood has lost a lot of value, we have forgotten the natural language of the female body, and one of them is through menstruation and through blood. This color red, it's a good language of the body because it allows us, and it's more than obvious that we have to stop when we see blood, or if we fall down, we're going to stop and take care of this. The color red has also been used by society in stoplights, in red lights, in everything that is prohibited. We usually write it in color red. So we apply this stop related to the color red in many occasions, except in our menstruation, where we bleed for long periods of time, and we are experiencing a tremendous winter inside. Whether outside we look at or not, it's happening inside. So it's important to begin again to look at what's happening and to accept our cyclical nature as part of this feminine power that we are speaking. So this goes for winter. So it's important for us to slow down, to pause, so purification can happen. As females, we hold this really, really close to this energy that we are about cleanliness and order and purification. Before we can take anything to a highest level or a highest possibility, it must be purified. Our day begins with a good purification. We have many ways of doing it. So as females, we need this purification, this stop, this slow down, so we can recharge. And then when the time comes, we can reach 100%. Then usually this energy lasts for about 7 days. Even if you bleed less, it'll last around 7 days. So if you bleed, let's say on a Monday, from Monday to Monday, you're going to experience a winter. So I encourage you to enjoy it, to stop fighting against it, and to embrace this pause. One of the counsels that I give to people that come to do sessions or work with me is to take some time aside, maybe 30 minutes, 20, 10, and meditate of everything that has happened, recap from the last menstruation up till this point. This way, you can realize how much movement, how much you have done, and how much you deserve this break, so you can reset, recenter. It's a way of getting out of the carousel, which is our life, getting out so we can reset, center back again, so we can get back in. After winter, we have spring. So this would begin next Friday. Yes, next week you would begin a process of spring where our ovulation occurs. So in springtime, Mother Earth begins to open her flowers, her energy levels begin to increase slowly but surely. And the same thing happens with us. We begin to open up and see where is it that our energy would like to go throughout this month. Where is it that we want to focus, to intend it? We begin to go for a hunt to see what is it that this month we're going to accomplish within ourselves. So this springtime, it's a beautiful opening that happens gradually. At 20% that we are at winter, our emotions are at 20%, our patience, our abilities, our decision making. Then when we jump into spring, this energy begins to gradually go up day by day throughout the whole week from 20 to 100%. So by the end of the week, you'll find yourself again feeling more open, feeling with a bit more color, with a bit more patience, with a bit more will, more love. Everything goes up with the energy. And then summer happens next week after. So summertime, Mother Earth is 100%. Yes, 100% sun, 100% storms in the evening, full wind. Yes, she's full force. And this is 2 weeks exactly after your period, that you'll have these rays of energy. It's the best week to take action. It's the best week to start new projects or to launch your new projects, because energetics decide pretty much everything in life. Yes, when we are 100% energy, we have a better chance to hit the mark. When we are 20%, let's say, just the mark is just going to be 20%. So it's smarter to do all the activity, most of the action. If you have doctor's appointment, it's also important to go when your energy is up. The tests and everything will be more accurate. And it's also the only week where we are exactly at the same energetic level as the male energy. The male energy can be sustained usually between spring and summer most of the year. Yes, we function as complete opposite energies, but very complementary. We are a great team that function completely opposite. So this is the only week that we can be at the same energetic level as our partner, as our dad, our friends, our brothers, our boss, all the males. So we can also have better conversations. We can make new agreements. If there's anything to change in any relationship, it's just really smart to do it in this week. Our decision making is also going to be tremendously influenced by the energetic level and how our climate is internally. So if we make a decision in wintertime and we are not aware of these cycles, the impact of winter is going to affect your decision tremendously. To want to end, want to freeze things, want to break up things. Now in summer, you're going to have all your energy to make the best decisions that you're going to be happy and satisfied about them all cycle long. After summer, we experience autumn, the week before our period. And when Mother Earth is in autumn, her energy begins to decrease from 100% from summer slowly to 20%. And then she'll enter into winter again. Here is where all the leaves that are ready to fall begin to fall. And she begins to change color. She begins to get a little darker. And same thing happens with us females. A week before the period, we begin to experience our shadow self a lot more. Meaning that any experience that we have, we're going to get to see both sides of the coin. Not only the beautiful, delicious, but we're going to get to see both sides. Also the not so delicious, maybe what is missing in it. Maybe you get to see what you are frictioning throughout the month too much. This week, it'll be so clear. It's a great time to look at what is not working for our life. So we can take notes, digest it with winter, and then take action in late spring or summer. So it's highly recommended to take note of it. Mind notes or to have a journal, it's great. So we can keep track of ourselves and keep track of how our energy is speaking to us throughout each season. Because if we do not have this awareness, we are going to become victims of this movement that is here to empower us. So going through each season, we can do different activities, different meditations, different forms of movement for each season to better care for ourselves. Like it's obvious in winter, we stop a little bit, we do easier workouts, we take it easier. Yes, and we are in full power. Summer, we can take a step ahead. Yes. So these are the 4 seasons that are part of the feminine principle that work on the earth, that work on the whole universe, and also amazingly, they work through the cycles that move through our womb.